We have a lot of experts in the district. I know that we have top-notch educators. In McAllen ISD, it's not about programs and initiatives, it's about people. And it's about giving people a voice to share their ideas and to share their perspectives. And whenever a team comes together and synergizes like that, where everybody understands that their opinion matters and that their ideas can be implemented, if it's what makes sense in the big picture, then people start to become more creative and more innovative and more motivated to share more ideas.
In late March, McAllen ISD announced that Perez, Alvarez, and Roosevelt Elementary Schools, De Leon Middle School, and the Lamar Academy Diploma Program would remain with the International Baccalaureate Program. Beginning on the very next day, and every day after that, Dr. Gonzalez pulled together instructional directors, coordinators, and specialists to begin an exciting and intensely deep research project to create McAllen ISD's very own STEAM Plus: science, technology, engineering, arts, mathematics, plus making it a unique framework.
We want to look at how we provide an education for students that's rich, not only in depth and complexity, but that also provides an environment where they can increase their emotional intelligence and where they can also look at certain characteristics that are going to help them see the world in a different way. So our lessons are going to also focus on creativity and innovation. So when teachers are delivering the TEKS or our state curriculum, that they're also going to make a conscious effort to tie their lessons to the importance of being creative and innovative, to the importance of critical thinking and problem solving, of being digitally and technologically aware. So it's that experience, and along the way provide the STEAM principles within that environment where we're focusing on science, technology, engineering, art, and math. So we're calling it STEAM Plus because it comes with the psychosocial perspective, and it also comes with an approach that focuses on the whole child, because we looked at the job skills that are going to be required in 2020, and they revolve around not only being a good, strong student and having a high IQ, but also having a high emotional quotient and knowing how to get along with people.
He led the instructional directors in creating teams within each department. They looked at each core subject area, researched aspects of STEAM programs across the state and nation, studied the different attributes, studied delivery of instruction, funding possibilities, and options for professional training for teaching staff. Demonstrating how the district values input from its experts at all levels, Dr. Gonzalez pitched the work as it progressed to principals and to the assembly that's made up of teachers representing every school in the district.
You're bringing in all the things that you know you need to do to ensure that our students are successful.
The concept of building on the district's own strengths in science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics was very well received.
Well, initially, we're all not afraid, but a little apprehensive of change. But there's a lot of excitement, a lot of new ideas that are already related to what we're doing. So something new, but we're just going to add a little different flavor to what we're already doing, is the way I see it.
It's completely logical because it's something that we're already doing. That's why it makes so much sense.
We're really professional already, knowing what we need to teach, and this is just going to align good teaching practices that we already have along with our TEKS and getting the emotional intelligence side of identifying what each student needs to do to be successful.
Well, I like the concept because it builds on what we've already been doing.
On April 20th, school principals heard preliminary reports from the different teams and subsequently provided analysis and feedback.
So what are we doing right now at McAllen ISD for our future engineers?
Leadership is a very key component. So we want to develop the leadership skills in our students. And how do we do that? We can do that through the plus, and we can do that through every letter in STEAM.
So then our teachers will look at that model and they'll give us feedback and we'll make it a little more solid. So it's about giving everybody a voice as we develop this STEAM Plus system. And in the end, when the fall comes around and we start to implement our STEAM Plus program, that our teachers can come back and we can continue to fine tune, because we may have had ideas in theory that don't necessarily work in practice. So we're hoping that a couple of weeks into the fall, we'll be able to create a very, very solid program where it's been this long journey and this beautiful story of people working together. And then we hold ourselves accountable to ensuring that this STEAM Plus program moves from our elementaries to our middle schools to our high schools. And that's something that's going to create some very nice alignment.
Also, the community is being invited to provide input regarding the district's goals and long-range plans. This soliciting of perspectives from students, parents, staff, and members of the community is important as the district frames its long-range strategic plan.
And then you'll see all the countries that you're able to access. So it's like taking your classroom on a virtual field trip.
At the same time, principals and administrators who have been researching new ways to infuse STEAM into learning joined the South by Southwest Conference and were brought together to report their findings to the bigger administrative group. This coming together of all sectors of our greater school community is generating new enthusiasm and new passion for teaching and learning.
The cool thing about it is, as principals, we hear about all these different apps. We hear about all these different things that kids can be doing, BB-8, Makerspace stuff. And when the principals say, well, what is that? I don't know what that is. So what we did today, we brought all those devices together to show principals, this is what your kids want. This is how your kids can learn.
Minecraft, Star Wars, or coding with Anna and Elsa.
I'm a firm believer that things start at the top, and when you have a principal who's invested on the use of technology in the classroom, then pretty much it's going to flow over into the classrooms on their campus.
So really, when you look at these activities, you're really sparking that interest in students to become engineers, to become doctors, even where they're reading and incorporating reading and literacy into what they're doing with technology.
You can create a car, you can create a little sailboat.
Awesome. Because we know that our teachers are already doing it. We know that our teachers are very skilled in delivering our state curriculum. We know that our teachers are experts in differentiating instruction. We know that they understand learning styles. They know how to deal with students that are auditory and visual and kinesthetic tactile learners. They understand students from a multiple intelligence perspective. They know how to meet the needs of English language learners and kids with special needs, and they deliver that instruction at a high quality in McAllen ISD. We know that. What STEAM Plus is going to do, and even what the IB does right now, is it enriches that experience. It takes our state curriculum and gives us anchors to enrich that environment. Great schools have great teachers, and great leaders lead those schools with those great teachers. So we're going to leverage the greatness that we have in McAllen ISD, and we're going to take our system to the next level as a team.